Hare Krishna. Let's start 1 second. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthagudra Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravan Pachara Nirvishesha Shunvati Pachacya Deshatarne Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktan Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we'll be reading the book Living the Holy Name. So we'll start from the meeting the living name. Let me ask you a simple question. When are you alive? A possible answer: when spiritual energy, the life source, is at work. When this energy leaves, the body is dead. In Sri Harinama Chintamani 2.35, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura explains that in this world of life and death, only two spiritual entities exist: individual source and the holy name of Lord Krishna. The art of chanting is to bring the two together. All else is lifeless matter. The holy name is always alive, but the soul becomes spiritually alive only when it actually meets the holy name and chants in that spirit. Otherwise, the soul is like a spark out of fire, almost dead. Mechanical chanting, where we are absent minded, will not work, for we only meet the shadow of the holy name, not the real living name. In this book, you will find timeless teachings, tips, and meditations that will help you connect with the actual living name. There is a progressive development in chanting where higher and higher stages await the chanter, each one bestowing different kinds of spiritual delights as the holy name unfolds more and more of his excellences and qualities. And then finally, the greatest mystery will be revealed, that the holy name is absolutely identical with the divine couple, no difference. In one sense, that is the end of the journey. In another, it is only the beginning of yet another journey of divine love with Shuddhanama, the pure holy name. A note specifically about Japa. The spiritual practice of Japa chanting is ordinarily counted as one of the practices of dhyana, meditation. Hence, the term Japa meditation. In the Gaudiya tradition, however, Kirtana or glorification aloud takes precedence over silent meditation. So while other traditions chant their japa silently with their minds, Gaudiya Vaishnavas chant softly or sometimes when devotional feelings takes over, even loudly. Thus elements of Kirtana and specifically the audible utterance of the holy names have a carried into japa meditation. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakura speaks about the audible japa in his Baul Sangit. My dear mind, you chant japa on your mala within your mind, but why do you cease to chant japa externally or audibly? Bhaya. When one performs bhajana, devotional service within the mind, and prema, the pure love of Godhead, factually rises internally, then also the external body becomes pervaded by those symptoms. Therefore, the body may rock and sway while one incessantly turns their japa beats. Baul Sangit, Song 8. Let me also humbly address those well practiced chanters among my readers. There is a legend about the warrior who approached a master of martial arts for instruction. This warrior had fought in many battles. His arrows would rarely fail. Convinced that he only needed to enhance his existing skills, he thought his training would be brief. Much to his surprise, the master told him, I can teach you how to shoot by using mantras, thereby helping you unleash powers much beyond what you have at present. But I wish to inform you that your training will take double the usual time because first you will have to unlearn everything you know. This may apply to some of our readers who have chanted for a long time. If you wish to reach new heights, you may need to question and overturn your current practice. Srila Prabhupada emphasized how important it is to be introspective so that we can recognize and improve our chanting habits. For persons who are not inclined to clean the dust from their hearts and who want to keep things as they are, it is not possible to derive the transcendental result of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. One should therefore be encouraged to develop his service attitude towards the Lord because that will help him to chant without any offense. Nectar of Devotion, chapter 12. To reform poor chanting habits that have become entrenched in our practices is a service to Krishna. We hope the living name might help in this. You can review your practices as you read and whenever beneficial, make the appropriate adjustment. How long does it take? A verse in Haribhakta Vilasa states that after many lifetimes, one who is very fortunate will always chant the name of Achyuta, the infallible Lord. Does it really have to take so long? Not always. By the blessings and instruction of a pure devotee, things that seem out of reach can become attainable. In 1969 in Hamburg, Srila Prabhupada was asked by a young man in the audience, is it all possible for someone to come to the level of full Krishna conscious in one lifetime? Srila Prabhupada's answer was brief. It is possible in 1 second, provided you are serious. There is no formula which states after so and so many years one will be Krishna conscious. One may not become Krishna conscious even after millions of births. But if you take it seriously, you can become Krishna conscious within this life. If one simply chants Hare Krishna, is sure to become perfect. There is no doubt. Simply if you chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, oh, there is no doubt about it. I am totally convinced that by following the guidelines given in this book, which has been mined from Srila Prabhupada's teachings and scriptures, he has given us, anyone can come to level of fully Krishna consciousness. I wish you a wonderful journey within the holy name. So I think we can stop here. So as last paragraph says, this one life is enough for us to become a fully Krishna consciousness as long as we follow this book, teachings of Srila Prabhupada, with our sadhana and also the blessings and instructions of pure devotees. I think we can become fully Krishna consciousness. I think our goal in this morning japa is to improve our chanting, become closer to Krishna, chant very attentively, and chant with love. So in the first point, it makes like our super soul. Our soul becomes alive when we actually meet the holy name. So our goal is to connect our soul with Krishna, with our chanting and with fully focusing on mantra. So I think with that we can go to Srila Prabhupada Pranati. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Sundar Goswami Namne. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne. I offer my respectable obeisances unto His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is very dear to Lord Krishna, having taken shelter at its lotus feet. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarne. Our respectable obeisances are unto you, O spiritual master, servant of Saraswati Goswami. You are kindly preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya Deva and delivering the Western countries which are filled with impersonalism and voidism. Panchatattva Mahamantra. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhaktavandam. I offer my respectable obeisances unto Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara Pandit, Srivas Thakur, and all the devotees of the Lord Chaitanya. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always accompanied by his very confidential associates such as Sri Nityananda, Sri Gadadhara, and Sri Advaita, and by many devotees like Srivasa. Lord Chaitanya is the most merciful incarnation of Sri Krishna, and his associates are even more merciful. They are always engaged in chanting the name of the Lord and are always describing Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. The word Hara is the form of addressing the energy of the Lord, and the words Krishna and Rama are forms of addressing the Lord himself. Both Krishna and Rama mean the supreme pleasure, and Hara is the supreme pleasure energy of the Lord, changed to Hare in the provocative. The supreme pleasure energy of the Lord helps us to reach the Lord. These three words, namely Hare, Krishna, and Rama, are the transcendental seeds of Mahamantra. The chanting is a spiritual call for the Lord and his internal energy. Hara, to give protection to the conditioned soul. This chanting is exactly like a genuine cry of a child for its mother. Mother Hara helps the devotee achieve the grace of the Supreme Father Hari or Krishna, and the Lord reveals himself to the devotee who chant this mantra sincerely. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare